Hello, everyone. Ah, this is a special thing I mentioned. Episode 35 of my Dark Souls run. Or, at least it is now. New game. New campaign. Neverwinter Nights 2. Official campaign. Originally wanted to do Neverwinter Nights 1, but I found that my recording setup doesn't actually capture the videos in the game very well, so this is playing the sequel instead. New character, elf, male, brow, and this setup is like very modded. I have a weird color thing which kind of makes all the races like have the same set of colors set as their default, which is why there's not really a huge difference. See here. Zoom in. Might be the hair I want. What other hair options are there? Ooh. Not really as high res as the other option, is it? Alright. We'll do... Oh, okay, so that's skin color. I'll go with that. Eye color. Ah, okay. That's what's going on here. Here we go. Eyebrows. I'll just go with white. Hair color. Can use a smidge. Could do. Maybe eyebrows could also be darkened a smidge. Less of a smidge. Hair highlight. Okay, so color is just above the yellow greens. Do. And this hairstyle doesn't come with an accessory, does it? So just make that something that would be super obvious in case I'm wrong. Yeah, indeed, no accessory. Alrighty then, next. Actually, no, back. I need to adjust the height and girth. Will do, I think. Alright, now my class. Swashbuckler. Neutral, cause what the heck, it's alignment will probably change as the campaign goes on. I don't know how often that's gonna occur though. And worship the Overgod. See here now. Skill points. So many skill points. Craft weapon is next. Diplomacy. Or Harry, Rapari, I'm not sure which. Okay, Taunt and Tumble. And there we go. 5 points left over. That is the most you can carry over into another level anymore, and you just can't move on. Able Learner. So I probably actually should have mentioned when I was going through the skills, blue skills are class skills for the class I'm taking a level in. White skills are cross-class. Normally when you're spending your skill points, it takes only 1 point to raise a skill a single rank if the skill is a class skill. Otherwise it takes 2 points if it's a cross-class skill. But with Able Learner, for future levels, doesn't matter what skill I put points into, it's always only going to cost 1 point. That being said, any skills that are cross-class for my entire character class composition, because there's multi-classing in this game. Like, if none of my classes treat any of the skills available as a class skill, then that skill can only be half of whatever my other skills can be. Alright, where is... there we are.
Attack! I say attack!
Always gives me a smile.
So many years ago today. Ah, my foster son is up and dressed, I see. Today is the High Harvest Fair, and the West Harbor Village Council requires me to man the archery competition. The human need to celebrate Remembrance Days baffles me, but at least something productive may come of it. The merchant Galen is here. He'll want my furs, as he usually does. Coins can be useful in getting by. This past season has been a hard one for both tilled fields and wildlands. While I attend to the archery contest, I will need you to deal with the merchant. Fetch my furs from the chest, over by the painting.
Welcome to Neverwinter Nights 2. If this is your first time playing the game, which it is not for me, you might want to play through the tutorial. The tutorial gives you a chance to learn the controls and basic strategies for playing the game in a relatively safe, non-hostile environment. You will also learn more about your hometown and background. you've played the game before, or if you just want to get straight to the story, feel free to skip ahead. Disable pop-ups. I don't want to see any more of those. Okay. So I can move around either by clicking on where I want to go, or by using WASD to move around. It's actually kind of a bad idea to use the keyboard. My understanding is that the more you move around using that, the more lag you build up in the game's engine. Clicking somewhere on the floor should clear that away, but still kind of weird. Alright. All furs.
Good. I see you have the furs. Galen has probably set up his tent on the village green. He'll be enjoying the fair with the rest of the townsfolk. Last season, I asked him to bring a duskwood bow to trade. Sell him the furs and use the coins it gives you to purchase the bow. Your friends await you at the bridge. I suppose you're anxious to see the fair. But don't forget to trade with Galen.
Duke. Journal has been updated. High Harvest Fair. Let's see, what is my key for that? J for journal. Foster father Dagon has asked you to sell his furs to Galen the merchant. He also wants you to purchase a duskwood bow for him. Galen can be found at the center of town enjoying the Harvest Fair festivities. And I started with leather armor. Yay. Or can I zoom out? It is a bit far. Light penalties applied, -1. Annoying thing about being a drow, standing outside in bright light is kind of blinding, because drow typically live underground. That's something that can be fixed since I have the Storm of Sahir expansion. So it does kind of waste a feat, doesn't it?
There you are. Come on, the fair's already started.
It's the biggest fair in years. There's folk in from all the outlying farms, and even a few from outside the mare. That means a big audience.
A big audience, all cheering for us. This year's our last chance to compete for the Harvest Cup. Our last chance to win.
Yeah. What's the competition look like?
The Mossfelds won both their matches in the Harvest Brawl. They'll be tough to beat, but Amy's bound to win the tourney of talent for us.
I convinced Tarmus to teach me a few new spells. And I dug up a couple more from his spellbooks when he wasn't looking. Anyway, I heard Will Mossfeld is doing the same act this year, so that should help my chances.
Oh, gods. Not the pixie impressions again.
Alright. Have the whole day ahead of us. What's our first stop?
We sign up with Georg in the village square. Come on!
And the blight. You're sure it's spreading, Orlin?
It's no blight, Georg. It's something else. There's no mold, no rot. It's like the crops don't want to grow. Like they haven't the guts to up and face the sun.
What do the druids say?
Well, it's just a rub, Georg. There's no druids to be found. Not head nor heel. It used to be they'd warn me of troubles, long before I noticed the signs myself. But this time, we're out in silence. You think we ought to say something? Everyone's gathered for the fair, even from the outlying farms.
No. They ought to be free from cares, at least for a day. We'll go round tomorrow. Talk to the households one by one.
Right you are, Georg. Tomorrow, then.
Aha! I've been wondering when I'd see my two most promising young fighters. Oh, and you too, Miss Fern. Whole militia's pulling for the three of you. Well, except for the Mossfeld lads, but no one pays them any mind. It's your last year to compete, isn't that right?
That's right. What are the rules this year?
Rules are the same as ever. Win 3 of the 4 events, and you win the Harvest Cup. Win all 4, and the village council grants you a special prize. And nobody's done that since old Cormac.
Do I remember him? Go with that.
Oh, that boy was a legend. Oh, I'm sure there's 100 Cormacs in a city like Neverwinter. But for this town, he was as big as folks get. Old Cormac fought Lon Starling in the brawl, and some story that was. But I don't suppose you have time for stories just now. Well, there's the Harvest Brawl. Old favorite, that one. And the Tourney of Talent. But you've got Amy on your team, so you're certain to win.
Thanks, Georg.
Just the truth, young lady. Your foster father's running the archery competition, as always, and I managed to convince Thomas to supervise the Knaves Challenge. I guess the Knaves Challenge will be your toughest event, though the Mossfeld boys might say otherwise.
Alright, we are ready to start.
If you have any troubles, you know where to find me. Oh, and good luck in the brawl!
So, let's see what we got here. Kind of a tiny little village. And here is Galen. A dark elf? Here? Wait, you're Dagon's ward, aren't you? I'd forgotten. Gave me quite a scare, you did. Even in Neverwinter, we hear tales about that affair in Waterdeep. Dark elves invading the city from Undermountain, slaying people in the streets. Not that you were involved in any of that. Brought some furs from Dagon. Ah, good. Dagon's a reliable sort. Always has the highest quality furs. You can't imagine the demand in Neverwinter. Relatively speaking. Haven't forgotten his duskwood bow either. Bella's come through. You tell Dagon that. I'll warn you, the bow's a bit pricey, but it's fine workmanship. Sneaked it across the Luskan border. I'm ready to trade. Alright. Sell. Okay. Weapon. Alright. Weapons purchased.
So, you've decided to compete for the cup, I see. I know this is your last year, but the rules apply to all, even foster sons.
Brought the duskwood bow for
A
you.
fine bow. A fine one, made by one who loves his craft. You may keep the rest of the gold as your allowance for the season. But you came for the archery competition as well, did you not?
Yes, I'm ready to compete.
Fetch a crossbow from the barrel and take a few shots at the practice target. You must hit the target once before you can compete.
Watching these characters speak in the cutscenes, it kinda feels weird watching how they blink. Alright, so Barrel. Shoot all. Alright. To equip stuff. Okay. Practice target once.
Very good. You ready
I
to
did
compete?
it.
Come and speak to me. Are you ready to compete then?
Yes, I'm
The
ready.
rules are the same as last year. 10 shots and 10 targets. Your targets will be old bottles, set atop the crates yonder. 5 is the best score so far. If you remember the lessons that have been taught to you, you should be able to best that.
Alrighty then.
You are...
One,
You are so gonna feel some rain.
2, three,
I will overcome.
4.
Back to wherever.
With that, I've beaten the best score so far.
You are so... I will overcome.
And all the bottles are broken. Perfect score. If I'm not mistaken, this challenge is actually kind of rigged, and the only way to miss a bottle is to roll a natural 1. The only way to guaranteed miss any attack in the game.
Well done. A perfect score wins the competition outright. I've rarely seen such a fine performance so early in the day. You have a marksman's instinct. That much is plain. Go on now. There's still more of the fair to see.
Alright. I guess I should probably explain math a little bit. So, the first number is essentially a random number, 1 through 20, because it's supposed to represent a 20-sided die. Second number is a modifier based on my character's stats. Then third number is just the total. That number needs to be high enough, I think, to match the target's armor class, or exceed it in order to hit the target. Any less than it's a miss. Natural 1 automatically misses. A natural 20 automatically hits.
Enjoying the fair? Packs of feral children set loose to find trinkets. Grown men braining one another with clubs. Do you know they're actually granting prizes for the fattest pig? As if the creatures needed encouragement.
Good to see you too, Tarmas.
I expect you are here for the aptly named Knaves Challenge. Surrounded by muck and reek, and why not encourage our children to be thieves as well? That's what I always tell them. Come to think of it, I don't believe any of you has the skills to compete. Not that I'm complaining, mind you, but you'll need to find someone who can pick pockets and break locks and search for hidden trinkets if you want to compete.
Lock breakers? Pocket pickers? I don't know anyone like that. Do you?
No, I didn't think we had any thieves in West Harbor. I'll have to ask around, I suppose. One of these children, perhaps.
What about Kip? He's always nicking vials from Tarmus, and he's right over there behind the tent.
You're that dark elf, the one who lives with a sour-faced ranger. We were wondering if you'd like to join our team. Really? You mean compete for the cup? But I'm just a kid. I mean, I'm old enough to be on a team and all. Yes, really. We want you to join our team. Hey, brilliant! Sorry for beating that big lummox on the head all those times. Didn't mean any harm by it. He's just funny when he gets angry. That was you? Every day during drills I get hit by acorns, and it was this kid. I can't believe nobody told me. You and Georg had me thinking it was pixies. Just stay focused on winning. Come on, Kip.
Isn't that the boy who stole my basilisk eyelash? And not once, but 4 times.
That's right. My frog needed eyelashes. Then I got him a sweetheart, and she needed him too.
Sorry, Tarmas. He's joined our team.
Don't trouble yourself on my account. I'll settle with the young artiste and his frogs later. Before you begin, I suppose you'll want to hear the rhyme.
If that's part of the Knave's challenge, then yes. Say the rhyme.
Very well, but it's dreadful. Don't say I didn't warn you. I've hidden 3 feathers, scattered them wide, placed white in a box, and locked it inside. Blue followed termite tracks down where they ran, green in the pocket of same-colored man.
We're to look for 3 feathers.
Yes, you and half the waifs in West Harbor. I adore children, did you know that? Swamp children, particularly.
Right. We'll be back with the feathers. Okie dokie then. There. Something under them logs. This is actually a good chance to demonstrate my ability to... Hold on. Troll wizards trap them logs. We can't get what's underneath them, as long as that trap's in place. Got past his traps before, though. And they was the dangerous kind. I can get past this one, too. So as I was saying before, this is a good chance to demonstrate my ability to control everyone here like little puppets.
Yes, indeed.
Yep.
Alrighty then. Wood pile. Failure. Here we go.
Step behind me. Follow, my friend.
Let's see. Alright. Box is right there.
Yep.
What would you like?
I thought a cutscene would occur right there.
Green in the pocket of same-colored man. I'll bet that's him over by the house. The feather's in his pocket. It's got to be.
Alright. Yeah. Sleight of hand. Failure. The hand has a cooldown. Success.
What would you like?
Right. There's no, well, rather, there might be auto run in the game, but it's not the button I usually use for it.
It really is a dreadful day for a fair. Not even the tents are managing to look cheerful.
We've brought the 3 feathers.
Thank the gods! The Knave's challenge is won, and I can go someplace dry. I'd kiss all of you, but no one respects an affectionate wizard.
Of like getting dry.
No need to remind me. I try never to leave my home unless I'm looking for a bath.
Tourney of Talent. Wait, quick! They're all waiting for you, dear. Waiting for me? Of course, juggling and puppetry are well and good, but the children want to see magic, and so do I. You ready for this, Amy? Pixies in my stomach say no, but it's just kids watching, right? Right, you can do this. Alright, spell casting. I a button for the quick cast thing, didn't I? Not it. That's not quite it either. Nope. Here we go. So what's the button? Or button? What's the spell she wants to cast? Summoning. Alright. Summon creature 1. Frame rate. Enlargement spell, huh? Was brilliant, young lady. Absolutely brilliant. I've not seen such a display of magic since, well... Mother, you alright? Been a long time. Never mind all that. You three are most certainly the winners of the contest. That was quite a thrill for all of us. Oh, and I nearly forgot. Tarmus gave me these scrolls. Thought I should give them to his apprentice and her friends if they won the talent show. Hey, that was quite a show. Good with that magic, young Amy. More than passing skillful if you ask me. Though I know you didn't. I wonder if you might have a look at a pig. A pig? Aye, that grey hulking brute of Louis John's. Prize pig, he calls it. But I call it a trick, a cheat. I've never seen that hog before, and I've an eye for hogs, as folk will tell you. I say he's been magicked, and sorcelled. I can't prove it myself. Alright, we'll take a look at this pig. Much appreciate that. He's a big one down on the end. If you find any magic on him, and come back and tell me straight away. Alright. That is some pig.
Well, Orland's right. This pig's been enchanted. It's a faint aura, so it could have been a simple enlargement spell, or maybe a potion.
Can you dispel it?
Retta did give us a scroll of Lesser Dispel. All I'd have to do is read the words.
Wait a minute. Shouldn't we say something to Louis? He's a foul old wretch. But we ought to give him a chance to withdraw his pig from the contest before he's shamed in front of everyone.
Good point. We'll talk to Louis first. What's the militia want with Louis Johns? My pig is over there. Admire him, not me. You know that your pig's been enchanted. Oh, you know that, do you? Well, knowing a thing is one matter, and proving it another. I say you're a liar, spreading tales, for that mutton-headed Orlin. Spent all year, crowing? About how he'll win this contest. Now that I'm fixed to beat him, he's paid you lots to slander me. Of course, it could be that I'd pay you better to shut your mouths, and to tell old Orlin that I'm no cheat. No deal. Withdraw your hog from the contest, or we'll dispel the enchantment. Here. What do you care about folk like Orlin, eh? These villagers, most of them whisper prayers to the gods whenever you pass. They say you're unnatural, that your kind belong under the ground, not above it. You don't owe them nothing, Elvin. Let's see. They'll always think poorly of my kind if I work for scum like you. Mark me, Elvin. You'll always be an enemy to common folk, whether you play the hero or not. End of the day comes, it's your face that they'll see, and it's your face they'll judge you by. Now be off before I tell your father how you've been slandering me and my pig. Alrighty then. He asked for it. Let's see here, I think scrolls on my character.
Yes.
For this spell. Hells take you! Look what you've done to my pig! Weak. Alright. It's so adorable!
What would you like?
You see the expression on that hog's face? Haha. Had a few glorious hours of being a big porker, lording it over its seniors. But now, back to his poor little self. Bet there'll be some uncomfortable moments in the pigsty tonight. I'd say that's the last time anybody tries to magic a hog in this contest. Hate to see old Louis shamed, but he brought it on himself. Glad to be of help, Orlin. Things are well and good, but I've got this for you too. It's pork jerky. Tough, dry meat, but it tastes like the heavens and keeps longer than bad memories. Food for the road, if you ever plan on taking a long walk. Thanks, Orlin. No trouble at all. And with that, I guess it is time to brawl, isn't it? Need to be holding onto this thing. Morning Lord grants a fine day, even for a brawl. He likes you harbormen, I think. War. I do say he has a sense of humor. I'm marrying you are running them harvest brawl? West Harbor doesn't love Lathander better. Let's see. Let's go with this one. A good one too. Lathander delights in contests of physical skill. People forget that. I must admit, few such contests are quite as enthusiastic as the brawl. Let's see, why are you running the harvest brawl? Truth, I volunteered. Otherwise, I'd be racing from the church at every bout, mending cuts and setting bones to right. Sure that I'm on hand to do Lathander's work, and to see that all is fought in fairness. Have there been injuries already? A few scrapes and broken bones, mostly at the hands of the Mossfelds. Poor Garth Lannon is but a wisp of a boy, but still he insisted upon facing lads twice his size in the ring. Bones are easily mended by the Morning Lord's grace, not so for broken pride. Are you enjoying the fair? Morning Lord sets us upon strange paths. Before I came to West Harbor, I never imagined I'd be mending broken ribs on High Harvest Day. Do other villages celebrate with a harvest brawl? Not sure the harvest brawl is observed in any other villages. So harvest ball is certainly common enough. I suspect that some enterprising harbormen found the one better suited to the local taste than the other. Whatever the case, we are ready to fight. Practice a bit first. There are practice dummies just over there. Once you've finished off a dummy, I'll send you into the ring. You'll need to arm yourself with a training club. I've left several clubs in the barrel, here next to me. Loot them all. Alright, I get one, you get one, and you get one.
What's up?
Think.
What would
Alright.
you like?
Let's beat up a dummy.
You are so gonna feel some.
Hmm. Just realized my chat thing hasn't been moving along at all. Probably needs to be all the way down at the bottom to automatically scroll. There we go. Lannon twins and their elder sister will be your first opponents today. Before we start, I'll go over the rules. Yes, go ahead. Shouldn't be much different than sparring on the practice field with the rest of the militia. I expect a clean fight, just as Georg would. Only melee attacks are permitted. No arrows and no magic. You may fight barehanded, or you may arm yourself with a training club. The choice is yours. Finally, no bets. I understand. We're ready to fight. Thander's strength be with you then.
I will overcome.
That was well fought, all three of you, but I fear the gods have granted you few competitors this year. Mossfeld brothers are the only team still in contention. You're ready to fight the Mossfelds. They await you at the edge of the ring. Tell Will that you are ready, and I'll begin the final fight. Alright, let's rest a little first. Also, let's go over the level up real quick. Okay, he isn't really doing anything good, but I guess he's not gonna stick around for long anyway, so we'll just keep going with already weapon focus. Yeah, he's already taken weapon focused longsword, so stick with that. Give him power attack. Doke. Hells. Let's see here. Reduce person. Be nice. And identify. Just for the heck of it.
Well, yes.
Alright. Oh, I can't close my character window. What's this? They're letting filthy drow compete in the brawl? Ha ha ha. I tell you brothers, this fair has gone to the dogs, it has. Go up, Mossfeld. You're not smart enough to be funny. Who asked you, you ratty little orphan? Always tagging after Aster like a bloodfly, singing his reeking praises. It's a shame those demons didn't burn you up along with your parents. Enough. If you got a problem, you can take it up with me. And then, you want my title? You'll fight my brothers and me. beat this brawl 3 years running. Good to me, let's go. Even better, let's stir the pot some, raise the stakes, make a friendly wager. Wait a minute, Will. That's against the rules. We can't do that. Brother Mering said so, remember? No bets. Influence gain bevel. Ugh. Guess I wouldn't bet either if I knew I was going to lose. Come on, brothers. We'll fight these cowards anyway. Ow. Wow. Never had it this rough before.
I most certainly can.
Well, this is a first. I've never lost a Harvest Brawl before. Oh. Team was defeated by the Mossfeld brothers. Speak to Brother Mering. Let's rest up first. I can't believe we lost. Had high hopes for a victory, I know, but winning a brawl makes no man better or worse than another. I'm not giving up so easily. I want a rematch. Not ready to concede. Couldn't I challenge him again? That's right, they've allowed it before. 10 years ago, remember? Oil and Sun challenged Pitney Lannon to a rematch, and then he won the Harvest Brawl. A rematch? I suppose it's allowed if your opponent is willing. I'm not sure Mossfeld would be amenable. Let me ask him then. Mossfeld agrees, I'll allow another fight, but the last fight will be, paneled? Make sure Will understands that. He's back, brothers. We trounced you once already. We could do it again, if we had a mind. I want a rematch. Alright, we'll fight you again, and why not? We'll even call that last bout practice and let this one count for real. Whatever, let's fight.
You are. Bust him up. Get him.
This is working out a little better. Well done, all three of you. The townsfolk compare you to Cormac, and it seems they aren't mistaken. I haven't seen such prowess in years. You've won the brawl, and you've won the cup as well. Georg will want to see you at once. Thank the gods, Aster, for truly they have shown you favor today. Alright.
Well played. Well played. You've won the cup. And all 4 events. Nobody's done that since Cormac. That warrants a special reward, of course. I have a harvest cloak for you, courtesy of the village council. It'll be yours at the end of the day. If there's anything you wanted to do before the award ceremony, now's the time. Maybe a mug of harvest mead to celebrate, eh?
Good idea. I'll see you in a little while.
I'll meet you at the stage when you're ready for the victory speech. Now, I'm off.
Alright. And my party has gained another level. I'm lagging behind because I am a drow. I am an exceptionally powerful race that adjusts my experience level by 2. Alright, yeah, you're turning level 3, aren't you? So, leave.
I.
What did I give you? You will be sticking around for less amount of time. It really doesn't matter. Take dodge. Really. Yeah, dodge is alright. You are still with me, however. Knock would be great. And mirror image.
Step behind me. Follow, my friend.
Alright. That's about the end of the episode. Go ahead and make a quick save here. Actual quick save. I don't remember my buttons for that. A regular save. Call it YouTube run for now. Nah. Maybe after my character. Two special characters. Alright.
Gather round, mates. Gather round. This harvest fair's a celebration, but it's also a dark anniversary. We all know what else happened on this day. Not so long ago, we nearly lost this village. Almost lost our lives. Almost lost it all. But we came back, cleared burnt farms, buried our dead, and put our ashes behind us. And we rebuilt, tougher and stronger than ever. Long as there's a harvest fair, we won't forget that day. And our young folks, they'll stay tough, long as they compete for the Harvest Cup. So let's hear it for this year's winners. 3 cheers for the Harvest Champions! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
Goodbye, everyone.